Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. I'm walking into 909 Elmwood, number F2. This is a super nice one-bedroom by Main Street in Elmwood. And as we walk into the front door, we see a very large living room. That little doorway leads both to the bathroom and the bedroom. And if we turn to our left, we get a look at the kitchen and the dining area. I'm going to walk to the dining area, which you have a very nice modern kitchen, granite countertops. We'll go over that in just a second. But I'm walking this way so I can show you the size of the living room. This has got to be 13 and a half or more feet across. There's a little bow in the front. The windows are facing north, but they do let in a lot of light. The length this way is probably 13, 14 feet. So it's a big room. It's kind of square. The rounded front makes it look not square, but it's probably close to 14 by 14, something like that. Nice hardwood floors. I'll walk toward the window. You're looking out into a very pretty courtyard. So the courtyard is flowery, has a nice walkway, and the front is gated, so that's really nice. Radiator heat, which is good. And then from the windows, we look back and we get another look. There's the front door at the size of the apartment. So the doors are basically 3 feet wide, if that gives you some indication. Maybe an inch or two less. This is a very big closet in the corner of the living room. So let's look at the wood part. It's easily 6 feet long by probably about 40 inches wide. So that's a very large closet. A couple of shelves, hanging bars, and a few hooks. So a huge closet in a very large room. Gets good natural light. You can see we're working on it right now. So we'll walk into the dining area. Dining area is probably about, maybe 6, 7 feet, maybe that's 7 feet. And across is probably about 9 feet, maybe a little bit more. Easily get a 3 or 4 person table, a smaller table in there, but there's a lot you can do with that space. And then the kitchen is newer cabinets, new in the last couple of years. Nice granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, full-size stove, more cabinet space and counter space by the stove, and a microwave. These windows are facing south into an old courtyard, which I'll point out in a moment. You have 2 lighting fixtures. One needs new light bulbs. I think they both need new light bulbs. One has a ceiling fan, which is really helpful. So let's explore this side first. Before we go further, you see your circuit breakers are there. You have 4 circuits, so that's really enough for a smaller apartment. You have a nice granite countertop. The cabinets are newer. Underneath you have drawers, a cabinet, and a dishwasher. And so let's start by opening the upper cabinets, which are standard 2-foot cabinets with 3 shelves. The shelves are about 11 inches deep, and you've got 4 of those. So you've got a pair above the sink and 1 more at the end here. So it's really quite a bit of storage. Normally that would be all you'd have in a kitchen. However, you've got quite a bit more cabinet space than that. Again, you see the countertop is really nice. You do have an outlet here. The water pressure, okay, so this is the water. We're gonna go all the way to hot and turn it on. You can see it's very good. You can turn it off or you can have a spray. There is a hose attachment. It's draining nicely. Underneath can be used as storage, and that's very deep, so you can put a lot of stuff under there. To the right of the sink, you have drawers, which that's a little bit more shallow, but the other 2 are a little bit deeper and can store quite a bit of stuff as well. So the drawers are really nice to have. Counter space on this side is pretty good for a smaller apartment for sure, but you have additional counter space here for Keurigs or microwaves, etc. Dishwasher, full size, clean, ready to be used, and we are in the process. You can see we got to put a couple of door handles on. So we're still in the process of cleaning, but you can see the fridge. And it's not spotless yet, but it will be. Freezer on top, couple of shelves to the left, fridge underneath with a cold cut drawer, a couple of crisper drawers, and a couple of shelves and a butter dish to the left. So nice appliances for sure. This is the south-facing window, and that's the old courtyard. Once upon a time, where I'm standing were, what do they call them? Not condominiums, but the forerunner of condominiums. And the other side was a hotel, but they were both built by the same group. Back door down to laundry and storage. Then as we swing around, we see a full-size stove, a microwave, cabinetry on top, and a little bit of storage and counter space underneath. Stove, 4-burner stove, looks like it's been cleaned. Let's open it up, make sure. Yeah, it looks like it's been cleaned. So that's nice. Ready to go. And you can see, it's hard to see stoves because they're dark, but that looks very shiny there. Microwave, standard size microwave, sort of a middle to big. Super clean inside, so that's ready to go. Really nice. You have smaller cabinets up on top. They're just cabinets, no shelving area. And that would be the same over there. That'd be a little bit more space. Now, I love this extra countertop. This really helps when you're preparing food. You have an outlet there in case you wanted to put a microwave or a Keurig in there. You do have additional cabinet space, and this is a large cabinet. 2 feet high, 11 inches deep, but it's quite wide. So that's really helpful. And underneath, you have a big drawer for like cooking utensils, ostensibly. And underneath, you have a deep cabinet for pots, pans, small appliances. So that's really nice. So I'm going to stand, let's see, I'm going to go back towards the living room, turn around and show you the size of the dining area, which is really substantial, easily a 3 or 4 person table. And then you have the side with the stove and the microwave and the extra counter space and cabinets. And you have the side with the stainless steel dishwasher and refrigerator, and lots of cabinets, stainless steel sink, nice faucet with hose attachment, and drawers and additional cabinet space underneath. So it's a nice big kitchen dining area. Kitchen dining area. A very big living room, big closet in the corner. And as we go over here, we see additional built-in closets. Now, I'm not going to be able to reach that space up there, but that's about maybe a foot or more deep, maybe 18 inches deep, foot high, a couple feet wide, and it's just open space. To a quick look at the bath. The closets, are connected. So if I open this and go down, open that, okay, the camera work has been pitiful here, but really, you can see, oh, come on, focus for me. Oh, sorry about that, the light adjustment was brutal. There we go, focus, and go slowly. It just doesn't want to focus. Anyway, this is about 9 or 10 feet of closet space. It's about 2 feet deep. Come on now. It's got a hanging bar and a shelf. And you can see there's like a foot rack or shoe rack all the way across. You also have additional space in the drawers underneath. The bath is a standard vintage bath. You see the standard vintage tiles. Tub is nice and clean. We have a drip, so you are getting that rust stain. We'll try to get that out for you. Tiles in good shape. Nice lighting over there. The window is right next to the radiator. Really, in vintage baths, you need to open the window to air it out. That will keep the ceiling clean, and that's important. Let's check the water pressure before we go further. The shower head is, what, maybe 6 feet 4 inches, so it's pretty high up. I'll use my left hand to turn on the hot. Oops. Oh, it coughed once, and there we go. And there's the water. And you can hear that it's coming out very well. I think you can see it. It's draining beautifully. And that, again, is just the hot. You have to get wet doing this. There we go. And that's just the hot water. So that's good. We'll try this water pressure real quick. And there again, we have very good water pressure. You can see it's all the way to hot. Underneath, nice and dry and able to be used as storage. There is a medicine cabinet. And we still have a little bit of cleaning to do here. And there's a little shelf there. Again, the window is looking outside into the courtyard. So you are facing north here. So, and you have a standard vintage commode and a little towel stand and a couple of towel racks. So actually it's a bigger than average bathroom with a nice cabinet and sink with good water pressure, clean tiles, nice clean tub with the exception of that stain, which we'll get out, good pressure, and it drains nicely. So we've seen these closets against the wall. I'll shut that far closet. But before we get to the bedroom, there's an additional closet here. This is really meant to be like a linen closet, so you see the shelves, but it's big. It's easily 3 feet across and probably just under, more like 20, 22 inches deep. So it's a nice, good, big closet. Closet space in this apartment is great. Okay, we finally get to the bedroom. And we take a look at the bedroom. See the closet door is open there. There's a ceiling fan, which is nice. French doors, which open up, which would be very nice. You can keep this room nice and cool. This is an average size room. I would say it would handle a queen size bed, but a king size bed would be a little crowded. If I will come in and stand over here. We see it over this way. What is that? Maybe 8.5 feet, 9 feet maybe. And then this way would be 10 feet. So like 10 by 9, something like that. Beautiful hardwood floors. Again, we have the French window here. And if we open it, we have a nice screen. And we're looking out into that courtyard that is between the two buildings. From the window, whoops-a-daisy, if we look back, we get a better look into the closet, and we can look down the hall into the back. So let's go check out that closet. Close this up. Whoops-a-daisy. Son of a gun. Couple of shelves, a hanging bar, a few hooks to the right. In total, I would say that's 4+ feet across by like 3 feet deep. It's a big closet area. And you have additional shelves going horizontally over here, which is really nice, and more hooks. So it's a big closet and nice size hanging bar. So you can put a lot in there. Okay, we look out from the closet. Get one more look at the floor space. And the French windows will come around the corner. You see the built-in closets, which are a lot. There's a second linen closet. We walk towards the bath. We get a look. It's really a pretty big bath area. Nice and clean, good water pressure. Huge living room. Huge living room with a huge closet. Whoops, come on now. Huge closet in the corner. Front door is straight ahead of us. As we walk toward the front door, we'll take one more look at the kitchen and dining area. Okay. Thanks for watching.